Hello everyone, my name is Kim Dautry. I am a SAP Cloud Platform Specialist, and today I will introduce how to extend SAP SuccessFactors with SAP Cloud Platform. So this is the agenda. First, I will do a quick introduction. Then I will talk around SAP Cloud Platform extensions, the key use cases, and then I will conclude. This is my first slide. On this slide, we see Björn Gorker. He's presenting during TechEd in 2017. And Björn Gorker here is introducing the intelligent enterprise powered by SAP Cloud Platform. You have to know that Björn Gorker is the CTO of SAP. So he conducts the whole strategy around technology for SAP. But he was also appointed last year president of SAP Cloud Platform. Why? It's because SAP Cloud Platform is a key cornerstone within SAP strategy, especially when we talk around the intelligent enterprise. Let me talk a bit more around this intelligent enterprise. As I mentioned before, SAP strategy is around the intelligent enterprise, or how to provide more and more intelligence to enterprise. Well, there are three pillars. First, we are talking around the intelligent suite. Then we are talking around the digital platform. And then we are talking around intelligent technology. By intelligent suite, we mean that SAP is providing best-in-class solutions for different kind of line of business. We can mention the digital core through SAP ERP, but also around procurement or HR with SuccessFactors, which is the solution we are talking about. The second is around digital platform. When the idea is to integrate different intelligent suite solutions, so for example, the digital core with SuccessFactors, and provide more value by automating processes, the digital platform is here to help. But also we are aware that any kind of best-in-class line of business solutions are not sufficient by itself, because you are a specific company within a certain industry, and you need to create some kind of application or extensions on your line of business applications, such as SuccessFactors. The digital platform allows to create those kind of extension, whether it's based on the data itself, data refinement, whether it's based on based on user experience, or whether it's based on creating an application which would complement the intelligent suite. And the third point is around intelligent technologies, or how to apply to this intelligent technology to the intelligent suite and the digital platform, such as machine learning, voice recognition, IoT, or blockchain. For example, we can take the case of machine learning, where it is used to optimize the invoice processing within the ERP to reconcile with banking payments automatically. So this is SAP vision or SAP strategy, how to deliver the intelligent enterprise, or how to make enterprise more and more intelligent. So when we talk around the intelligent suite, in this case, we are talking around SAP SuccessFactors. When we are talking around the digital platform or the intelligent technologies, this is about SAP Cloud Platform, which is the subject of today. First, let's go back a bit and talk around SAP SuccessFactors strategy. Well, the idea is to get the most of what is done within the HR environment. And you have different business processes which are productized. And SAP has implemented many standard processes within SuccessFactors, and will continue implementing new business process within SuccessFactors. But then we understand that this won't respond to 100% of your need. And so the idea is to have a toolbox, to be able to create those extensions with modern tools, or eventually create innovative use cases using machine learning or IoT, etc. So the idea, again, is to have SuccessFactors having some the product being able to handle standard processes, but complement it with a toolbox in order to enhance the SAP SuccessFactors. And in order to enhance, we have what we call the SAP Cloud Platform. SAP Cloud Platform is what we call a PaaS, or a platform as a service, which provides to customers and partners different capabilities around having like a database, the ability to create a portal, the ability to create mobile application, etc., in order to extend your application. And this will allow to really create this business case or this digital transformation on SuccessFactors, for example. But why does extensibility matter? Because this is the whole subject of today. First, we understand that one size doesn't fit all. SuccessFactors, as we mentioned, will provide key business processes, but you will work in a certain way. Your company is unique and you need specific features for your company. And so it is, I would say, mandatory to be able to create those kind of extension around SuccessFactors, but any kind of solutions like SaaS solution or on-premise solution. Then it is allowed to differentiate. So you have a specific processes, but you don't want to look the same as other companies because your company has a certain culture. So it allows to be unique within the market, but still rely on standard processes. And eventually tomorrow is to go beyond. So maybe you want to use machine learning to understand the onboarding process of your employee and be able to get feedback or enhance the onboarding process. Then machine learning can help you go beyond and create those innovative use cases around onboarding. This is one example, but you can find as many examples as your imagination. And today, we believe that it is important. And in fact, extensibility has become the core strategy for SAP SuccessFactors solution as well. And as of today, 70% of the customers using SAP SuccessFactors Employee Central create those extensions thanks to SAP Cloud Platform. So let's go into a specific use case. So we have SAP Switzerland, which have new employees from time to time. And we understand that this onboarding process is critical. Why? Because it may be hard to find the right profile for the job need, but also the company will invest in the person in order to get better and better. But if this company and statistics have shown that a lot of people are going away after 3 or 6 months, the idea is to keep this employee happy so that he stays within the company without wanting to change it after 6 months. So SAP Switzerland has created this application that...
Welcome to SAP. Our lovely colleagues at the desk are happy to welcome you and your guests and help out with anything you need. Lucky you, our managing director is here to greet you personally.
So this kind of application is delivered to the new onboarded employee even before he starts at day first one. And the idea is that he gets comfortable. So here's a video of welcome for the new employee. But when he clicks on the different button, he will be able to go into the different...
Welcome to the second floor. In this open workspace, you find your peers from the sales or consulting department.
And so it will allow him to go and see how the company is looking like and be able to dig into the different navigation and have a good understanding of how the environment looks like within SAP. So not only does it make the onboarded employee feel more comfortable just before he joins the company, but even the onboarding process starts even before the employee is starting at day one. So again, you have a gain of kind of productivity. So I'll go back to my slide. Now let's talk at the SAP Cloud Platform extensions, the key use cases. And I will introduce four key use cases. First, the extension. So again, you have a SuccessFactors application. You need to enhance it with application or some kind of module because your company is unique. I will provide examples. What kind of extension can you provide? The second is integration. We understand that SuccessFactors is not the only solution within an IT landscape within your company. So how do you manage integration? And again, SAP platform allows to manage the kind of integration. The third thing I will mention is analyze. It's not enough, I would say, to have a solution that allows to handle all your employees. But what if you could get analyze or analytics around this employee to understand the behavior of people, the people that leave the company, for example, etc. So we have solutions to analyze the success factors deeply. And the fourth case is innovate. So again, tomorrow, if you want to do IoT or you want to be able to interact with success factors with a voice and not without just typing or clicking on different buttons on the application, these are things that are possible. And we will show you in this presentation a case of Alexa. So Alexa is the voice recognition tool provided by Amazon to interact with SuccessFactors. So let's start with extension. Why is it important? Well, as I mentioned, any kind of solution, any SaaS solution or on-premise solution cannot respond to 100% of the need because you are unique in the market. And SAP, through the numerous years of experience that SAP has around the SuccessFactors or around HR, has provided or is providing business process which are adapted and enhanced and updated every year or even in a shorter period of time. And we would say that the solution, SuccessFactors, provide 80% of standard capabilities for you. But then, how do you deal with this 20% need? Well, in order to do this 20% need, there are different choices. The first is to try and keep the standard, meaning that you will just use what SuccessFactors provide, even though it may not respond to 100% of the need. The second is to do specific development within SuccessFactors. And the third is to use what we call SAP platform. And imagine a business user or HR people says, okay, I want to create a SuccessFactors extension. And you decide to apply the standard. Well, maybe the standard will respond to 70% of the need. If it is acceptable, then fine, keep the standard. Maybe it's not acceptable, but it will provide 70% of the need. However, the gain will be huge in terms of easiness to implement or the cost, because you will use standard processes. In terms of maintenance, there will be nothing to do. As SuccessFactors get upgraded every time, as you use standard processes, there is nothing to do. In terms of agility, it's a bad mark because if you want, for example, to create a mobile application, it is not possible to just use the standard. But there's a way to do it, which is a SAP platform. Then the second case is to use specific development. Well, it can respond to 100% of the need, so it's a 10 out of 10. But in terms of implementation and maintenance, the grade is quite low. Why? Because imagine you create this specific development, okay, and this specific development, the SuccessFactors gets enhanced and enhanced. Maybe the specific development will not be able to work within SuccessFactors, and you will need to redevelop everything or to check what is going wrong, and this can be costly in terms of implementation or maintenance. Same for agility. It's okay to maybe respond to a business need, but when this business needs gets enhanced and enhanced, for example, you want to have a mobile application, then it can be complex. The third is to use a platform in order to do those kind of extension. And maybe SAP platform will respond to 90% of the need or 100% of the need, which is fine. But in terms of implementation, you will gain a lot, okay? Because we have different tools to enhance and to make it faster. And in terms of maintenance, also, you have an 8 out of 10. Because instead of developing directly within SuccessFactors, you may be able to use standard APIs connected to SAP platform, and this will allow to have a great maintenance. And in terms of agility, we mentioned around the innovative use case with machine learning, IoT, voice recognition, etc. SAP platform will allow you to have this kind of agility to innovate. So I would say the recommendation or SAP recommendation is to stick as much as possible to the standard. Even though it may not respond to 100% of the need, maybe it will respond to 70% of the need or 80% of the need, you will gain a lot in terms of implementation and maintenance. Now, we understand that your company is unique and you need to develop innovative features or extensions. Then the recommendation is to use this platform, which complements SuccessFactors in order to do that. And so the recommendation is to use SAP platform. And to have those extensions, there are two possibilities. First is to use the SAP platform, and I will show you some use cases, to create a different kind of capabilities. So maybe you want to enhance a business process through what we call a workflow. So maybe on the onboarding, you want to assign some material like a computer, a phone, with potentially a manual validation from the manager or top managers. This is something you could do with SAP platform. Or again, you can define some business rules, meaning that, okay, if the onboarding process with the different material costs less than 2,000 euros, it's fine. You want to automatically validate the purchase. But if it is more than 2,000 euros, then you want to be able to go into some different rules. This is something you can do in SAP platform. Or you can use what we call the SAP App Center. So our partners have developed a certain number of applications enhancing SuccessFactors. I will talk around some examples around the App Center. And the idea is to be able to quickly consume an application where companies have already faced a challenge, and instead of redeveloping everything, just use what has already been developed for 1, 2, or 3 customers within your own environment. So let's go first around the App Center, and then let's go around how to use SAP platform to enhance the SuccessFactors. So thanks to our partner ecosystem, we have now more than 1,500 applications which is available on the App Center. And again, before, if you imagine the way it was, you would create extension. So you needed to create extension directly onto SuccessFactors. Well, if you wanted to be able to reproduce the case from one customer or another, this was hard to know. Thanks to this App Center, you can already check before even developing something for your own company, check if something already exists. And so SAP and the partner ecosystem is leveraging SAP platform through the SAP App Center in order to create those applications or extensions and put them at the hand of the customers. And literally, partners or customers have built applications for a lot of use cases. So around health and wellness management, for example, or team event management. I will not read everything. You will have access to the slide. And you can see that thanks to SAP platform, this has allowed our partners to create a lot of kind of different applications to respond to different needs. Let's go through 2 examples. First, it's job points. So this application was created by a partner, and eventually SAP is using this application internally. And so what it does, it allows to recognize your colleagues. So if, for example, I work with a colleague, I really appreciated his help. I found that he provided a lot of value. A way to do it is to create, maybe to send an email. The issue is that this email is maybe personal, and then it may be lost, and the recognition will be lost. Well, I could use this tool to recognize him, and so you will be able to use this tool to recognize, and his manager would see that the person he's in charge has been recognized, and this is a great tool to see that people have provided values in different areas. The second use case I want to talk about is enterprise alumni. So a partner has developed an extension on SuccessFactors, and you will see that everything is integrated within SuccessFactors in order to keep track of people which were former employees that left the company, but have a certain knowledge, of course, of the company. And so if you need to hire somebody new, maybe take advantage of the enterprise alumni in order to get the right person for the right job. And so here I have a little video where it shows SuccessFactors, and I have this enterprise alumni. And so I can see through this dashboard where the people are working, the different alumni. But if I want to hire somebody, I can have a list of interested people that would be okay to work for the company, and you can send email or you can check the LinkedIn profile. The people that have applied to the company and see the current status. But also there's something called smart matches. So for example, there's an announcement, you want a supply chain. And so based on the alumni enterprise, you will be able to look at the different profiles and check the compatibility between the job that you offer and previous employees that would fit the job, etc., etc. If you want a further demo, we can do that for sure. But these are the kind of things that partner has developed on top of SuccessFactors to complement SuccessFactors. The second use case, or the second way to use SAP platform is to use the SAP platform itself as a platform as a service. And I will show a few use cases of how SAP platform has been used. So previously, I mentioned around the employee onboarding. And the challenge around onboarding can be multiple. So if I look at the challenges, there are three different challenges here mentioned here, but there can be many more. So the first one is new hires sometimes don't have the required equipment when they start. Equipment is unnecessarily ordered. So it happened to everybody to start a new job. And guess what? You don't have a computer. And so you have to wait for the computer. It's a waste of time, I would say, because a person cannot start working on day one. But the employee can be frustrated. And eventually, the image of the company is not the right one. The second one, a challenge could be infrastructure is all set up before new hires start date. So you can have, for example, access to different applications. And again, you want to have the employee to be able to access a different application. Well, you want to extend the employee onboarding by allowing him to get access to this different application. And again, thanks to SAP platform, you can create a workflow to give him the right access to the different applications. So this is a way to extend SuccessFactors. A second way we could use, and this is an application which was created, is to create an application. And here we have an application called Who Can Help Me? Well, in SuccessFactors, you have different information from the different employee, but maybe you need a certain skill at a certain area. thanks to this application, you can define, let's say, a need in terms of talent, and you can define a certain area and find the best person. But this is Raffaele Talarico. He will show you how it works through a small video.
Hi, this is Raffaele Talarico, pre-sales specialist for the SAP Cloud Platform. Today, I'd like to show you how you can leverage the SAP Cloud Platform capabilities to extend the SuccessFactors suite. In this demo, I'm about to show you an application that enables employees to quickly find and contact the best expert and talent inside the organization. This app searches skill and talent data wherever it is, integrated with any system. As said, it's totally built on SAP Cloud Platform and consumes data from different skill database sources. So let's see how it works. So first thing, I just logged in with my profile on the SuccessFactors app. I scroll down where I can find the Who Can Help Me Search Employee app. I launch the tile, and this is what I get. As you can see on the left side, there is a search bar I can use to put the terms of the keywords of the knowledge or expertise I'm looking for. At the center, there is a company view map subdivided by department, division, company, or other groups. You can easily switch to a geographical map by clicking on the right top corner, where you can see exactly yourself, where you're located, and once you search for a keyword, you will get the geographical view, so the exact location of the experts. Let's switch back to the company view and search for a sales expert. So you can just fill in the sales keyword in the search bar and you go for it. The resulting list is more than 50 experts found. So as you can see in the company map, all of them are part of your department. What you can do is just easily hover with the mouse on the profile pic and click on the name of the experts to search for the public profile and see all the contact details and all the additional information you have in the SuccessFactors app. If you want, you can go back and switch the geographical view map. By doing that, you can find out, like in this example, that most of them are located in the US. And you can also see exactly by location, for instance, the expert in Washington or in Boston, Massachusetts, or in San Francisco. In this short video, just show you what you can achieve by extending the SAP SuccessFactors with the SAP Cloud Platform capability. But there's much more that you can do. If you're interested, please feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching.
So I hope you like the demo. I have a few more demos to show you a SAP Platform capability. So we talked around onboarding, the Who Can Help Me application. Another expansion capabilities is to create an HR portal. So here we have information from SuccessFactors, but you could have information from other systems, which allow you to create a personalized application for your employee. And through this application, for example, you would be able to access to a calendar, or if I look at the bottom, important links, look at an organizational chart or the goal plan. These are elements which are part of SuccessFactors. Now let's talk around integration. We understand that SuccessFactors is not the only solution you have in hand. And as I mentioned, the idea is to be able to integrate SuccessFactors with other solutions in order to get most value. One value is, of course, the automation of data. So maybe you have SuccessFactors, you have ERP on the top left, and you want to duplicate the data from SuccessFactors to the ERP, where you can do this thanks to the integration capabilities of SuccessFactors. You can connect SuccessFactors to SAP and non-SAP solutions in a automatic way, and these integration these are examples of integration which were developed by SAP and maintained by SAP. So on the left side, I have SAP solutions like SAP ERP, Fieldglass or Hybris. So Fieldglass is for workforce management. Hybris is more for around e-commerce or ticketing, and Concur around expense. but we can integrate with payroll applications like ADP, recruiting and onboarding applications like DocuSign, platform like LinkedIn or the Active Directory of Microsoft, etc. And to have a look at the native integration developed by SAP, we have a website called SAP API Business Hub. The link is api.sap.com, which displays the different integration which is possible. And if I look at SAP SuccessFactors, the SAP SuccessFactors Employee Central, for example, and there are different kind of integration. So, for example, time off, which allows to create time off capabilities directly onto SAP SuccessFactors without the need to redevelop it directly. The third part is analyze, or how to analyze the data from your SuccessFactors in order to get the most value out of it. And so for that, I have another colleague, Samar Alezabi, who will present you how to analyze headcount, performance, or voluntary termination based on SuccessFactors.
Hi, Samar here from the Analytics Pre-Sales team, and I'll be providing a quick demo that shows the analysis of the overall team information, analyzing the headcount, performance, and termination data in an intuitive way. So Harry was hired recently to take on the role of a sales VP. And as his HR business partner, I'm going to run some analysis on his team to better prepare him for his new role. So what we have on the screen is the team overview of the global sales organization. And we can look at it from 4 different perspectives: the headcount analysis, the diversity analysis, the performance analysis, and the voluntary termination analysis. So for the headcount analysis, we can view the headcount by company and by business unit. So we can see here the headcount by location as well, and we can tell that the biggest sales offices are in Sydney and in Beijing and also in Paris. So from this, we can know that these locations are where Harry needs to visit first. If we go over to the diversity analysis, we can see here that the female ratio is represented in light blue, and we can tell that female employees ratio is very low in general. We can also slice and dice the numbers by managers. So we can see that Laurent has the biggest team in the field, but also needs to improve on the diversity in his team to meet the diversity KPIs. If we go over to the performance analysis, we can see here the higher performer growth by age group. And we can see from the historic trend. So we can tell here that the age from 41 to 50 and also from 51 to 60 has been our top talent group. And to align with the company strategy, we should spend more resources and effort to develop young talents. And as you can see that from 2013 to 2015, we are already seeing a growth in the young age group. As for the voluntary termination analysis, we can also use geographical map to visualize turnover cost and number of voluntary terminations. So here it shows that Asia has the voluntary terminations and the highest turnover cost. If you go a bit down, we can view the trend by business unit, and we can see here that the sales organization has the higher turnover cost other than other business units in 2015. So by that, we were able to quickly identify issues in the sales team and ensure the sales VP has a productive start for his new job. That's it for our demo. Please let me know if you have any questions.
I hope you enjoyed the demo. Again, if you have questions, or you want to dig into more how analytics can further enhance the SuccessFactors application, feel free to reach us. In the fourth case, we have mentioned extension with onboarding processes, or to create a portal, or the Who Can Help Me, or using the App Center like the job points or the enterprise alumni application. We talked around integration, how SuccessFactors can natively integrate with SAP and non-SAP solutions to automate process and get most value out of it. Analyze the data to get insight and to take proactive action. So for example, Sama has talked around the onboarding of the sales organization. And now let's talk around innovation. So when SAP talks around innovation, there are 6 key pillars. First is the use of machine learning, then blockchain, then the big data, the data intelligence, or for example, the voice recognition, the Internet of Things, and analytics. So I won't dig into all the subjects. Again, feel free to reach us. But I would just like to introduce a use case using Alexa. So here we have the Alexa connected to SuccessFactors, and Raffaele, the one who presented Who Can Help Me, will show you how Alexa connects with SuccessFactors.
Hi, this is Raffaele Talarico, pre-sales specialist for SAP. Today I would like to show you how you can use Amazon Alexa to interact with SuccessFactors by extending it using the SAP functionalities. What I'm about to show you is how you can manage the requests coming from the employees in terms of leave requests. As you can see from the dashboard here, there are 5 requests that needs to be approved or rejected from some of the employees. If we click on it, we can see the full list with all the details of the leave request. So let's see how Alexa can help us in managing all these approved requests for us. Alexa, open time management.
Hi, welcome to SAP SuccessFactors. Time off management for Alexa. How can I help?
Are there any other open vacation requests from my team?
You have 5 open vacation requests. Would you like to review them?
Yes, please.
The first request is from Jeff Hill for 1 day starting the 9th of August 2018. You can approve, reject, or skip.
Approve.
Jeff Hill's request was approved. Would you like to review the next request?
Yes.
The next request is from Jeff Hill for 2 days starting the 21st of August 2018. You can approve, reject, or skip.
Reject.
Jeff Hill's request was rejected. Would you like to review the next request?
No, thanks. Thanks, Alex.
You are welcome. Thank you for visiting SAP SuccessFactors.
Well, these are some of the features that Alexa is able to provide us for managing the approved request on SuccessFactors. But there's much more that Alexa is able to do. If you're interested, please feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching.
So again, another interesting use case. And so now I would like to conclude. So SAP SuccessFactors, of course, is a tool around talent management or employee management. It's a tool, of course, to keep your employee more and more happy, but also be able to manage your employee ecosystem, and to make your employee happy. But if you complement it with a platform, a SAP platform, well, you can create even more use cases to facilitate the onboarding of your employee, or provide more services to your employee, or provide new services like Who Can Help Me, or be able for a manager to talk directly to SuccessFactors without the need to go directly to his application, and eventually your employee ecosystem will become even more happy. So that is it for my presentation. I hope you enjoyed the webinar. Feel free to contact me. You have the contact details here at the bottom. I wish you a great day, and thanks again for watching.